Hello students, good morning. Welcome to KLS Kokte College of Commerce, Belagavi. Professor S.B. Vendigiri, Department of Economics, are taking online classes for 6th semester students. Students, in the last class, we have understood the features of economic planning. Okay, most important topic. And now in today's class, let us have a focus on the types of plans. 5 marks question. Very interesting. Try to understand how many types are there, what all plans are there. Look at the first one, long-term plan. Sometimes plans are always determined on the basis of time. Time is most important for each and every plans. Each plan has its own time depending on the area or else size of the plan. Okay, so time is very important while construction of while preparing every plan. Okay, long term plan means this type of plan is suitable for big projects like river valley projects or else hydroelectricity project or else thermal power project. So for these such kind of comprehensive projects, big projects which are taking uh, maximum time to complete, 15 to 20 years, for example 25 years. For such kind of projects we need to prepare long term plan. Okay, and medium term and short term plans are of no use for such kind of projects. Okay, look at the second one, medium term plan. In the first one only I have mentioned in a continuous part. Medium term plan. Medium term plan means it is a plan which is not more than 5 years, not less than, for example, 3 years. Okay, medium term plan. Such kind of plans are also very important for every country according to their requirements. Okay, and in medium term plan, it is also a kind of comprehensive plan. Big plan, for example, immediately after long term plan. Here, in medium term plan, not more than 5 years I said, government is preparing plans for the next 5 years, not more than 3 years and next 5 years. Okay, what all to be, for example, done, what to be produced, how much to be produced, for whom to produce. Okay, and what will be the target, the final year target, last year target of the plan. Suppose, for example, in the beginning of the plan, if the GDP rate is 7.5, at the end of the plan, government may expect the 8.5 or 9 point something GDP rate. So this is called target. So targets are fixed in the beginning while preparing every type of plans. Okay, so medium term plan is also equally important for some areas, for some regions, for some sectors I said. Okay, hope you understood. So medium term plan is also very important. It is also important type of plan. Okay, now look at the next one in the same, short term plan. Short term plan means what? It is a best example for short term plan is 1 year plan, yearly plan, what we call annual plan. Okay, so here what happens, a rolling plan is a best example for short term plans. Plans are always redefined every year these plans are redefined. Every year these plans are goes on changes, targets, investment, for example, the expenditure target, the revenue target. Every year all aspects are goes on changes in case of short-term plan. And short-term plan is also applicable some sort of small projects, okay, yearly projects, for example, long-term development in agriculture sector, setting up of a industrial for example industrial units. So for that matter, short-term plans are applicable. Okay, it is also equally important for the development of the country. Now look at the second important type of plan. In this second, again there are three subdivisions: regional plan, national plan, as well as international plan. Regional plan means what? Regional plan means a plan which is prepared for the development of a particular area or a region or a state, for example. Okay, this plan is not applicable to the rest all economy. It is applicable for that particular area or a region which is lacking behind. To develop that particular area, government is preparing some sort of plans, that is called as regional plan. National plan. National plan is nothing but it is applicable to the entire nation. Okay. In this plan, all sectors are taken into consideration. The different sectors like agriculture sector, industrial sector, as well as service sector, all three sectors are given equal importance for the development in the next 5 years, for example. Okay, so that is called national plan, which is applicable to the entire boundary of the nation. Look at the next one in the same, that is international plan. International plan is nothing but these kind of plans are prepared by 2 or 3 different countries. 2 or 3 different countries are equally responsible, equally shoulder their responsibility to prepare such kind of plans. Okay, and these plans are advantage for both the countries. Okay, both the countries or 2 or 3 more countries may get the best advantage of such kind of plans. Plans between India and Sri Lanka, plan between India and China, for example, plan between India and USA. Okay, so whatever plans prepared by these countries, the losses and profits of that plans will be shouldered by both the nations equally, for example. Okay, so for some sort of what we call it as projects, such kind of international plans are applicable. Okay, if there is a good project between India and Sri Lanka, and if that project is helpful to both the countries, India and Sri Lanka, both countries will finance for that and they will get the benefit of that. That is called as international plan. Now look at the third one, capitalistic plan. Capitalistic plan means these plans are applicable for only capitalistic countries like USA, for example. Capitalist country. Capitalist country means in capitalistic economy, everything is decided by market forces. Okay, individuals, private individuals are the decision makers in capitalistic economy. Okay, so here what happens? Capitalistic plan is nothing but private individuals and business owned capital goods are very much important, and it is a market economy. It is a market economy. Everything is decided by market forces, and government interference is very less in capitalistic plans. While preparing plans in capitalistic economy, the role of government is very less. Okay, the private entrepreneurs are dominate the entire economy, the entire market in capitalistic, for example, system. Hope you understood. Now look at the fourth one, centralized plan. In this centralized plan, decisions are not taken independently by local level. When plans are prepared at central level, individual decisions are not influencing. Okay, individual decisions are not influencing in centralized plan. Okay, so in these kind of plans, central government is the decision maker. Whatever decisions are taken by the central government, those are final, and whatever targets, whatever plans prepared by central government, that is final, that is called as centralized plan. Okay, now look at the next one, fifth one, decentralized plan. In this plan, decision making is distributed amongst various economic agents. While preparing decentralized plan, government is asking the opinions of common people, the opinions of local government, the opinions of local agencies while preparing decentralized plan. Based on the opinions collected by different areas, different agencies, different, for example, state governments, finally, central government is preparing the systematic plan that is called as decentralized plan. This plan is always depending on the opinions of others, for example. Okay, so this is about decentralized plan. Now look at the sixth one, democratic plan. Democratic plan is nothing but this plan aims at a removal of inequalities in income and wealth and spending on social welfare to enjoy social, economic and political freedom. Democratic plan is nothing but the best example for that is Indian plan. Indian 5-year plans are the best example for democratic plan. Okay, India is a democratic country. So in such kind of countries, if we are going to prepare plan, how to prepare it? The plans always aims at removal of inequalities in income and wealth, in the sense in most of the developing countries like India and other Asian continental countries, and there is a lot of gap between rich and poor. Rich become richer and poor become poorer. To minimize that gap, to avoid, to remove that inequality between rich and poor, government is preparing its own systematic plan with a long-term objective, of removal of inequalities in income and wealth, and also to spend huge amount of money on social welfare, social well-being. Social well-being means how to provide the basic facilities to the common people like you and me, how to reach the basic facilities to the last person of the society. When the last person of the society enjoy all social, economic and political freedom, that is the success of democratic plan. Hope you understood. This is about democratic plan. Now look at the planning by direction. Planning is designed and developed by the directions of the government. When the plans are designed and developed by the directions of the government, that is called as planning by direction. Okay, look at the last one, ruling plan. It is designed to continue over a period of time and it is annually redefined. Ruling plan is nothing but it's a yearly plan, annual plan. Every year government is preparing its own plan, and every year plan is different than other. Okay, in every year plan, for example, some aspects are added and some other aspects are removed, some are supposed to be. So it is depending on the situation. On the basis of situation, government is preparing its own plan, that is called as ruling plan. Okay, and every year it will be redefined. Redefined means it is restructured, what we call it as. Every year ruling plans are restructured. Hope you understood. So these are about the various types of plans. I hope all of you are understood, my dear students. With this, let us stop our today's discussion. Thank you very much.